What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're going to try to do something I've never done before. 2,500 rapid rating on chess.com. We're at 2462 right now. So do have quite a few points to go, but we're going to attempt it live, and I'm going to jump right into a game. I did pin a comment there with the newsletter. It's just like 2-minute video lessons straight to your inbox. They're quick, they're short, they're practical. You can apply them pretty much right away. So check that out if you're interested. And let's see if we can get a game. Here we go. So the thing is, when you get higher and higher, every loss, you lose a lot more, right? Now, I did change my settings, so I shouldn't be matched against against anyone too low. And so that's probably why it's taking a little while here. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth waiting so that we don't get paired against like 2000s and lose a ton of points. Okay. All right, let's play e4. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Okay, Caracon. I'm pretty comfortable against the Caracon. Let's see what they know about the Von Hennig Gambit. Play bishop f5 straight away. Okay, knight f6, e6 is fine. We're going to castle. Line up the rook here. Knight f6, and I like to play knight to g5. Immediately kind of threaten the tactic here. So we are threatening to take this and then get a fork on f7. So most people will retreat the bishop. And I do like to take on e6 if they do that. So let's see what they're going to play. Thanks, William. Appreciate it. Okay, we've got him thinking. And now we sack the bishop. Now, why do we do this? Well, we're giving up the bishop for 2 pawns to remove the pawns in front of the king, open up the e-file, and we get this really annoying knight on e6, which is stopping the king from castling. Even if you move your bishop somewhere, you still can't castle until you make this knight move. It's not super easy to do because even if you try to take it with the queen, you have to worry about getting pinned. So causes a lot of problems for black to figure out. So let's see what they're going to play. Now, according to the engine, this is better for black, but there's a lot of tricky things that black can fall into. Queen a5. That's a move. I don't know if I've ever seen this move, which tells me it's probably not a good one because I've pretty much looked at all the engine moves, and I don't think that's one of them. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with Queen e2. This is kind of like the default move here. That's generally pretty strong. So we're going to line up on the king. I don't exactly know what the queen's doing on a5. That's why I think it's not maybe the greatest move. It's not really threatening anything over there. Not really helping the king. But I think that was maybe a mistake. We can check it after the game and see if that's true. I'm pretty sure the best move is like Queen d7 in that position. Queen d7 and Queen d6, I think, are the 2 better options. I don't know about this one. I don't know. So why do we go Queen e2? Well, we want to line up on the king. Create what's called a discovered check. We can move our knight anywhere and create the check. So it's very dangerous. Normally, you would want to block with like your bishop. Yeah, but in this position, if you block with the bishop, you actually lose the pawn over here, which is kind of a big deal. So this is probably a good move. Now I have to figure out what to do. I'm thinking just bring out the bishop somewhere and get ready to bring the other rook over. Question is here or here? Both look pretty good. This one we're threatening this one we're threatening on c7. I think I'm going to go with f4. So knight c7 is a threat, trapping the rook. Okay, so they deal with that. Thinking of just bringing the rook over. Looks like they might want to go here. We could play like this and try to attack the king from this direction. Yeah, a3. So rook e8, though. I have to make sure I'm not getting into trouble with rook e8 here. Rook e8's a pretty annoying move because it's threatening to just win the knight. So we kind of have to do something here. Question is, what am I doing? Knight c5 actually opens up the d file. That might be pretty useful now that I'm looking at it, actually, guys. It might actually be very useful. I don't like that I'm in check, but they might get away. They might get away. Yeah, rook e8 king, and the king just running is definitely a risk. So I need to come up with a plan here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I feel like if they get rook e8, king c8, I don't have any attack and I'm just down a piece, right? So knight c5 just doesn't look like it cuts it. Rook e8, I move my queen, they go here. How else can we attack? I mean, even if we throw in a check, they still just run. And then what? Maybe I have a few tricks up my sleeve, but it's not really awesome. All right, well, we got to try something, I think. So let me go rook d1. Actually, no, let's do this. We're going to do it. We're going to open up the d file. I don't really love this, but I don't see what else to do. So I don't want to use all my time. They're going to take with the knight, then the bishop's going to come out with check. He's going to take with the bishop. That's an obvious one. Now he's going to play rook e8, which I don't like. I have a check. I'm going to go here. I have a couple of tricks, but let's see. Bishop f5. Somehow they have to stop this, right? Because I have a rook here and a bishop here. So that would be very dangerous if I can get queen h3. The thing is, they have some ways to deal with that. I also have a3, b4, b5. Like, we can just attack over here. Okay, so they're going to stop it like this. Actually did not see that move. I did not see that one at all. We can go check, but it's... It's not that good for me. He's just going to defend. I don't think... I think I messed this up, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... Well, we'll look at it after. Let me not think about it right now. All right, so let's just keep trying to create some tricks. So now we're down a full rook. And the unfortunate thing is he's got his king on the other side of the rooks, which means they can help each other, which is really bad news. So I'm probably in trouble here unless they blunder something, which is still possible. They're going to go here, I think. Or queen c7. No, they can't play queen c7. Queen d8 doesn't. Yeah, they're probably going to go here. Oh, I do have bishop g5. No, queen d8. Okay. Let's see. Knight e4 maybe? Rook f8. Check. Okay, hold up. I have... Knight e4. Rook f8's a problem. If we sack, we can't get away with that because of this. Knight e4, rook f8. I don't see a solution. Do I just bring my bishop back? We stop the checkmate. We get away from this. We move our queen somewhere. Bishop g5. Does that do anything? Problem is rook f8 is such a strong move. I don't know what to do about that. I do not know what to do about rook f8. Really want to play h3 so I don't get back rank mated, and then I can actually consider sacking stuff. But rook f8, then what? We're just in trouble. We go here, but it doesn't look very good. All right, I'm going to move the bishop away from that. Going to play rook f8, no question. No question there. Queen g4, I guess. I have to try to keep the pressure on the knight. So I'm going to go here. And maybe we try to play knight e4, knight d6. Get something going with the bishop and the knight. The queen is temporarily tied here. But the rooks are basically free to do whatever they want. Which is kind of the problem. Although there's not anything obvious right at the moment. Maybe something like this, rook lift. I don't know if this is good enough. Yeah, so we're down a full rook. Not much of an attack. Okay, now the queen is free to go. Okay, let's play knight here. They could sack and still be up a piece. But I don't think they're going to do that. They're trying to checkmate me. Uh-huh. Can I stop it? H3. Check. H4. Yeah, that's a good move. That's actually a very good move. Okay. We take, they just take back. I have nothing. If we go check, they take, I take. They throw in the check, check. I lose a bunch of pieces. If I go here first, they throw in the check. I come up. Come down here. I take. That looks awful for me. Yeah, we're just lost, guys. There's nothing here. I don't believe there's anything here. Check. King goes up. Oh, can't do that. What if I play king h2? Just trying to get away from all of the tricks with the rook coming down. Almost looks like there should be a tactic here, but I just don't think it works. If it was my turn right now, I would probably go here. Trade this, and then we have that. H5. I think we need to... Oh, that's a good move, isn't it? Because if I go back to keep this pin, I lose my knight. I have to defend the knight, but then this is no longer pinned. A good move. Let's see, Queen G6. Trying to keep the knight protected and also keep this idea alive. We can get into a time scramble. Maybe this person's taking their time, so maybe a time scramble is the way to win this game. The problem is I don't think I'm surviving. I don't think I'm surviving another 5 moves the way it's going right now. I feel like Black's about to unleash something here. Knight d6 is the threat. Mm-hmm. Rook f5, huh? Okay. Yeah, at this point, if we can just survive until we get into a time scramble, maybe, if I don't trade too many pieces. If I take, they take with the queen, we can take here. If they take with the king, we don't have anything. Let's not trade. Let's create a pin here. Hold up, can they sack and check me? They could sack, actually. Can't do that. I will start moving faster, guys, at some point, but I'm trying to wait for the right moment. I couldn't take it. They're thinking about sacking the queen here. They go for this instead. Oh my. Let's see if we can swindle our way to the 2,500. Oh my goodness. What's this person's bullet rating? Because I feel like they just kind of panicked at the end. Ooh. Oh. Okay, we may have to report. 1,600 bullet. I'm just a little suspicious about that. Let's check the game. I'm a little suspicious. Even though I won, I don't trust that opponent. Which might explain why they kind of fell apart at the end. Okay, so let's check Queen A5. First things first. Is Queen A5... Okay, Queen A5 is the third engine move. Okay, so it is an engine move. It's just not the best one. These are the best two, which I kind of knew. Okay, so Queen A5. Then that's the best move. That's the best move. That's the best move. That's the best move. Bishop H5. Yeah, I mean, they played every single top engine move. This one was a second or third, but still very good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but if you're such a great player, why are you so bad at bullet? You know? Yeah, this was like, I was playing against Stockfish for this whole part of the game until right here. When they got down to 53 seconds. And then it was like, they just fell apart big time. Yeah, okay. I'm going to report. I think that's, that doesn't seem right. I'm going to report. I think that's not normal. Okay. Thanks, Waddy. How did I win that? That's a great question. No, they got low on time. And they either panicked or stopped using the engine. One of the two. So it's possible that they were just not a good bullet player, but it's hard to believe. Yeah, this move was just not good. When they got down to a minute, they just started making mistakes because of this beautiful queen sack. So we give up the queen because it's check. So they basically have to take us. But then we can come down with our rook. And now, rook, rook, bishop, bishop. We're just down a knight for a rook, which is not a huge deal. Here I blundered something. They didn't see it. Yeah, at this point, we're just trying not to lose on time, right? So... And like here, this is where I felt like they were really not a great player. Like the way they handled this was just like, I don't know. You have lots of things you can try. For example, you could throw in a check here. You can just, the simple thing, just run with your king to try to stop the pawn, right? You can come here. Any normal like 2,400 rated player is going to be able to see these ideas pretty easily. So that's why I think the report was justified. Anyway, Ryan, 1 year sober. Man, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for sharing that. Oh, that's great. Keep going, man. Keep going. Was I never 2,500? No, I've been 2500 in Blitz and Bullet for a while, but never Rapid. So we're going for 2500 Rapid. What's a more normal spread of Bullet versus Rapid? I mean, more normal for somebody who, let's say somebody is not very good at Bullet, but they're a good, strong player. Bullet would probably be maybe like 2000. Like 2000 Bullet, 2400 Rapid. I would believe that. Like you kind of panic. You're not really quick with the mouse. Okay, so maybe you're like 2000. But 1600, I mean, that's like 800 points. That's too much, in my opinion, right? Now, I've heard some low rated people tell me that, like, oh, I'm like, 500 in Bullet, but I'm 1500 in Rapid or something. I think that's different. When you get up to a certain point, the ratings even out a little bit more. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen, a legitimate 2400 Rapid player who's 1600 Bullet. That just doesn't happen, or it shouldn't happen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Toby Robert is playing E4. We're going to hit him with the Scandinavian, bringing out the knight. I would love to see C4. Yeah, they don't play that too often. Bring out the queen. Bring out the knight. E4 is probably the move we're going to see here. No, okay. E3. I don't think that changes my strategy. I'm still going to castle here. Okay, so they're going for a real kind of a passive approach. I think we just strike with E5. Let's just make sure we can trade it. Trade it. Yeah, that's good. Let's go E5. If you go back in time to your early teens, would you have played more chess? No. No, I played a lot of chess in my early teens. And then when I wasn't playing chess, I was probably playing soccer, and I wouldn't like stop that and replace it with chess. I think it was fine. The only thing I would have done differently maybe is like taking it a bit more seriously, because I played a lot of chess, but I didn't actually study a lot of chess. I didn't try to really learn and get better a ton. It was like 90% just play and like 10% get better. I feel like if I would have, changed the ratio up a little bit, I would be probably better. But let's take this pawn. We want to open up this and maybe create an isolated pawn here that's the target. Okay, so there's the isolated pawn. So that's like a nice target. We actually have 3 pieces attacking it, 2 defending it, but they're 2 low valued pieces, so we can't take it with our queen. We can go here though. And I just want to kind of get the bishop out of the way and get ready to bring a rook here, I think. Now if they take this way, we just trade and win a pawn. If they take with the queen, maybe we jump in here. Alternatively, I could just wait a move and see what happens then. Let's wait a move. Really, hold on. No, I'm not going to wait a move. I'm going to take it. I don't want the bishop to become a problem at any point, and I also didn't want my queen to get chased around. So I think we're going to do this and bring the rook. Jump in with the knight, though, too. Where are they going to go with the queen? Let's just bring the rook. Was I better at chess or soccer? Definitely chess. I was good at soccer, but I wasn't like super elite. But I didn't really learn soccer either. I just kind of played. I didn't like have a great coach to teach me a bunch of stuff. So I don't know. So I played in like an advanced league in soccer, and I was probably like average skill level on an advanced team. But I was winning like the state chess tournaments in the state I lived in. So definitely better at chess. Okay, so they're adding the defender there. Seems like a good square for the knight, just to jump into the middle. Usually you can't go wrong with moves like that because, for one, it comes with the tempo, makes the queen move. And for two, it's smack dab in the middle of the board. So you're just going to control all these squares, which should be great. We can attack it again. It's going to go over here, though. I don't love that. We could go here. F6, G5, and throw the pawns forward. Yeah, F6 actually controls some interesting squares. It doesn't create any big weaknesses. So I'm going to play that. And we might play G5. I'm also going to pay attention to what white is going to do because they might start throwing some pawns forward. This could be very interesting in the next couple moves here. I do want to keep an eye on the sacks, but it doesn't work at the moment. They could just take with the bishop or the king. But if this queen ever leaves, then maybe it does open up a possibility. Because if the bishop takes, the rook comes down. If the king takes, I almost wonder if we could sack, lure it out. No, probably not. Maybe we could set it up, though. Maybe we could set it up with the queen or something. I don't know. Will Breaking 1500 go on sale again? Yeah, we usually do a couple of sales a year, maybe once or twice a year. Usually there's a sale on Breaking 1500. And also Chess Vibes Academy is coming in April, which is going to have a much lower price point. So that's something to keep an eye out for. So they're going to try to attack me. They're going to try to attack me, which makes sense. So, I mean, G5 is one thing, but Queen E6, they go here, we just take it, right? Oh, there's bishop C4, and we trade, it's fine. So Queen E6 is a move. It seems pretty obvious what I'm trying to do, right? Seems pretty obvious. Doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it, but it just seems... All right. I don't know. It's a pretty lame threat, but we're going to try it. Obviously, I'm going to try to take here and, you know, win something, but they're going to see it. It's just a question of how are they going to stop it. I guess that's why I decided to play it, because I don't see an obvious way for them to stop it. It's easy. So maybe it causes them some problems. Because if you try to just move the bishop out of the way, where are you going to move it to? Here, block your rook? No. Here, disconnect your rooks? No. Here, probably not. Actually, yeah, I don't think they would do that. So if you can't move your bishop, I'm going to be threatening this. If you take here, this. So I mean, I guess you could play something rook. No, you can't play rook d2. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, how do you actually stop it? You move this bishop away, then I'm going to take and open up the king. Kind of an annoying move, I guess, the more I look at it. Yeah, interesting. Console in the background is made of Legos. Okay, he doesn't actually stop my threat, so I guess we just do it, right? The bishop takes, we come in here. Interesting. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe they just missed it. Maybe they just missed it. King takes, we come in here. Bishop takes, we come down here. There's some other move that I didn't consider. Not really. You can't really do anything else. I'm going to take the bishop, right? They might have blundered. They may have just blundered. Okay, so we come down, right? Now, we could... Oh, rook d2. Okay. If I take, they take, I take. I don't want to sack my queen for a knight and a rook. Probably just go here. Now, I do think trading is good for me. And the reason trading is probably good is because look at this isolated pawn. Look how nice my pawns are. And they have an isolated one, which means there's a very good chance I might win this pawn. And if I do, we might have an endgame where I have 3 against 2 on the queen side. Far away from the king. Which gives me a good endgame advantage. So I'm happy with the queen trade. Also, this attack is coming and I'm going to be, I'm going to have to defend. So trading would probably make my life a little easier. We could take here. They're going to take with the pawn and try to keep the queens on the board. We have a knight against the bishop. Check. They could go here. We could try to push. Yeah, let's do it. It does open up the king, so I'm going to do it because of that. Okay. Maybe we just plant the queen. I think it's important we don't let them push, because if they push this, it opens up everything. I really think this has probably got to be the move to play. Nice little fork there if they're not paying attention. If the queen moves to the wrong place, we could catch them with that. Let's keep an eye. I would love to get a rook maybe here. Rook on d7 would really defend. Yeah, they're going to push it, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Get the rook defending. I think we just move this knight somewhere to the back. Should be fine. It's temporary. We're going to reroute this guy somewhere more exciting, but... Oh, I could have played 95. Oh, Nelson. There's a pin here, guys. Ah, dude, I just blew that one. Okay, I should have definitely played 95. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, it's too late. Too late to panic. Let's go here. The knight is still going to be fine on f4. That's a great square too. So, but I could have just immediately went there, threatened this, rerouted this way. I mean, that was a mistake. I missed it. I forgot I had the pin here. Okay, we have to get out of the pin because I want to be able to use my knight, and it was pinned there. So that's why we go here. Notice the rook is doing a great job defending this. This is a really big threat. Because then my queen's coming over and white has to be careful they don't get checkmated. Even like this, my queen can come in. We have a time advantage. That's great. Knight f4. Okay. I think this is the move, but I'm just... I can also go here. Bishop g3, I guess I'm just going to play g5, because if they decide to take, it opens up this, which looks really dangerous. It does mess up my pawns, but I think at this point we don't care so much. We mostly care about the king safety. Since there's still queens and rooks on the board, I'd definitely be willing to make that trade. Can I just move my king? Yep, just keep it simple. Just keep it simple, defend the threat. Don't have to panic. They can't move this. We take a queen. They try to go here. It leaves everything to fall apart. Okay, so they go back. Ooh, can I do this? Check. I get my queen back. They get a rook. I get a rook. They get a knight. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Almost. Almost. We had it, guys. And if I take with the... Yeah, they're not going to take... Yeah, I can't. Man, too bad. Okay. Find a different plan, Nelson. Let's see. What's the plan? What's the plan here, guys? Move the rook over? Now I am threatening it. Okay, so they decide to give it up. But now they have to be careful about this. Whoa. Wow, that's what they want to do? Looks really dangerous. Looks really dangerous. You're cut off here. You have no support on this side of the board. Let's go checkmate the king, right, guys? It's defended. I'm cutting off the queen, so this is going to be checkmate. And they're about to resign. They are about to resign. Probably just trade. Ooh, that's a little tricky. But if I take with the queen, that is a little tricky. Hold on, hold on. Rook c3, is this the move? If they take me, checkmate. You can't move your rook. No back rank mate, right? I'm not hanging mate or some tactic. Huh. Probably just b6. Sneaky. Sneaky guy. $2,700 bullet skills coming in handy. Okay. 79. We did have a brilliant move. It was probably knight takes f2. Probably knight takes f2. Yep. Okay. Do I ever play against viewers? I tried it in the past, and it was just a little tricky logistically to figure out who I was playing, and some people, you know, people find a way to complain about everything, and so I stopped doing it. But yeah, I've done it before. Okay, so we had the what was the move for white, by the way? H3 and knight g5. Because this is a normal looking move. So you chase the bishop back, then you sacrifice your knight here because you want to take the bishop. I mean, so that was the solution. They didn't see it, obviously, and just allowed me to jump in. Now I just have a great position. Yeah, right here. Best move, knight e5. I saw it too late. Knight e5. And here, knight g5 Stockfish says is even better, hitting these squares instead of putting it there. Yeah, I couldn't decide. Oh, queen takes f3 is winning? Because if you go for this, that's checkmate. And if you try to take it first, this leads to checkmate. You don't actually have time to take me. So this is a good example, and this is a really common mistake. I mean, I even made it. Your opponent makes a move, and you immediately think, eesh, I have to react to this. And you don't actually consider your own threats first. It's important to consider your own threats first, and then your opponent's, and then you prioritize, well, which one is more dangerous, right? If I would have done that, I would have maybe noticed, well, this is my threat, threatening checkmate. If they take me, I still have the checkmate threat. So they don't actually have time to take this. And that would have been the better move. Now, king b8 was a solid second choice, according to the engine. It wasn't nothing wrong with it. I just missed this one, which basically ended the game. Because they had no way to stop this checkmate. They had to give it up, and it's just over. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Queen here, pretty good. Yeah, so this is tricky, right, guys? Because if I'm not paying attention and I just take here, look at that. Back rank mate. Okay, they tried to trick me there. And then even here, this was tricky, right? If I'm greedy and I take the queen, checkmate again on the back rank. And even if I try to, like, let's just say trade queens, again, there's the back rank checkmate. So lots of tricks from the opponent. And then I decided, you know what, let's just play the end game. I don't want to lose on time. I have a whole bunch of extra pawns, you know. And even here, they tried to trick me, right? If I was pre-moving this, they take, I go here. I guess technically I could have still won. They don't have a way to stop it. But obviously I didn't want to lose my rook. Okay. All right. We are 24-77. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Best move instead of b6. Yeah, it was queen takes f3. Oh, instead of b6? Wait. Instead of b6. Oh, I'm not sure what the best move was at that moment. Okay, we've got a 2600 National Master. Do they know about the Smith-Morra Gambit? Yes, they're not going to take it. I'm going to play this line. I know just a tiny little bit about this line. I don't know much. I know just enough to be dangerous. We throw in this annoying check before we deal with the queen moving because it takes away some of their options. For example, if they bring the bishop here, we actually can come in. Yeah, so they have to do something like this. And now I think I can just swing my queen over here. I could also put it here, but Actually, that's not out of the question either, is it? This is interesting because it pins the knight. You can't play a6. It doesn't do anything. You can't get your bishop out easily. Here we have this move. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, actually. Okay. Let's put the queen on a4. I think I usually play queen h4, but I'm interested to see how this turns out. I guess they're just going to castle and then laugh at me. Maybe that's their plan. Okay. Probably fine. But now I can pin it this way, so it's actually not that simple. Actually not that simple for them. Okay. Let's just keep making good decisions. I think we have a fine position. We're not even down any material because they didn't accept the gambit. So it's 6 pawns against 6 pawns. We have the queenside majority. Usually that's a good thing in an endgame, right? If you imagine all the pieces are traded, we push these pawns. We have a pass pawn over here. It's harder for their king to stop it. Meanwhile, they get a pass pawn right here. Our king is ready to stop it. So just from like a super long-term view, it's fine. Okay, what about bishop f4 gaining a tempo? e5 is the move that I don't like. e5, I mean, I guess we just go back, keep the pressure on that. Alternatively, bishop g5 and swing the queen over here and the bishop back to d3. I could get behind that too, actually. Okay. We'll go bishop g5. Maybe I will swing over here. We'll just kind of shift the focus to the king side in just a couple moves. This knight obviously can come to d2, and then it can either go to the center. Okay, that's interesting. So if I go here and trade this, that's a little bit risky, isn't it? How would they deal with that, though? Hold on. Queen h4. Takes. You can't move your knight. You get checkmated. I'm going to be basically threatening to come here and here. You could play knight e5 and knight g6. But then I bring my bishop back. You can't take it. I just recapture. Okay. If you try to bring your queen up and over, again, I bring this back. If I get here, check. They go there. All right, let's go. I don't think I miscalculated something. Oh, knight h5. I did miscalculate something. Nelson. Oh, God. I just messed up. Wait, no, you can't play knight h5. No, sorry. Knight h5 loses a piece. Well, no, sorry. I thought they could take and play knight h5 and then take my thing, but they actually lose 2 pieces in that situation. So, okay. No, I didn't miscalculate that. Okay. Yeah, it's actually not that easy for them to deal with this because I have quite a few different ways to do this. Number 1, I could bring the bishop here. Number 2, I could do this. This one is more dangerous if we can make it happen. They're going to try to stop it. But now I just do this, right? You can't play knight g6. You don't want to take this. I'm threatening check with at least a draw, which, by the way, does get me 4 points. Draw does get me 4 points. Let's not forget, this player is 200 points high. Well, almost 200 points higher than me. So this is, a draw is fine. I'm happy with the draw. Now, of course, if I see something better, I will try to win. But okay. Ah, they want to go king f8. Uh-huh. Really now? Really now? Let's think. Let's think. So if I go here, they could just take that. Yeah, so we have to do check. They're going to move. And then I guess we just take it and play bishop c2. If I don't take it, I could also play knight a3 or knight d2. That might actually be even better. Keep the pieces on the board. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Why would I want to trade that if I could keep the pieces on, right? If they take me, I can take with check. Although I would really like to open this up. Well, okay, hold on. Bishop. There's also bishop d3. No, then they take check here. Check here. Check. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Okay. So we either trade first and then play bishop c2 and then bring out the knight and try to get the rook to come over. Or we just play like one of these moves right away. Then they could take me though. And I don't know if we want to lose that. Because then if I take, they actually escape. We don't want to let that happen. I think we should do it this way. We stop the checkmate. That could be useful in the future. As soon as we move this knight to a3, the rook could come here. And we have this, which is a big threat. They have to stop this. So otherwise, check, they run, we get a piece, we get our piece back, right? They do have to stop this. Knight g6. Ah, knight g6. Look at this move, guys. Look at this annoying move. That's what they're going to do. They're going to play knight g6. I can't take it. Can't take it. Which means I have to go here or somewhere else or check. Definitely not check. That's a good move. That's a really good move. Such a great move because it forces my queen to just completely leave where I really want it to be. Man. Okay, well, we have to leave. I can't do anything about it. I missed that. I should have probably gone with knight a3 or something earlier. Or not sack the piece. Maybe not sack the piece. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to force a trade. Oh, man. I messed up, guys. I have to take it. If I don't take it, I lose another piece. Okay. I should not have sacked the piece in hindsight. Although, if I would have played knight a3 in that position, maybe there was something there. I don't know. I'm going to mess up the pawn structure. I don't have much going for me otherwise, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and see if we can hang on here. So the general rule is trade pawns but not pieces. But how do I trade pawns? How do I trade pawns? Because if you think about it, if I traded all my pawns for all his pawns, right? He'd have a rook and 3 pieces, and I'd have a rook and 2 pieces. He's not going to be able to win that. Endgame, probably. It's just if a pawn becomes a queen that I'm going to have a problem. So the more pawns I can trade, the better off I'm going to be. But if I just trade all the pieces, that's a different story. Okay, we can jump in. Then he's going to go here, right? We can also attack it and make him find a different move. Let's do that. Let's make him find a different move. Okay, he does find a different move. Thinking knight c4. Just try to be as annoying as possible and catch up some time, maybe. Yeah, see, I didn't want to trade this. But I think I have to, otherwise he wins this. Any way to not trade that, guys? And it brings the pawns together too. I really didn't want to do that. Man, yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay. Well, let's see if we can keep trading pawns. So here we can trade one. Maybe another. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's think about this. I'm going to just try to wait it out, I guess. See if we have some kind of a fortress here. Okay. That is very good. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. Why did I sack that piece, guys? Why? 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 I knew better. I knew better. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. Yep, that was it. That was it. Yep. If I would have just gone back, played bishop g3, we're fine. Put the bishop back, we're fine. Put the queen somewhere, we're fine. Anywhere. Like, have a normal game. Equal. Dogfish is asking the same question. Yeah, we only lost 4 points. It's actually fine. All right, here we go. 2469. Okay, they were scared. They were scared of e4. All right, we got Chariot chess. Plays f4. I'm going to play e5. And just develop as quickly as I can. Put the pressure here. So, do we not have a little tactic happening here, guys? Question is, how badly do I want it? But yeah, we could definitely take this and then take this. They take me, I have check. But the question is, after bishop g2, what am I going to do? Yeah, no, it's pretty good for me, right? We just play this. They castle. We go here. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. Because if they have to castle quickly, that's fine, but then they might have a problem with this diagonal. So I think it's potentially good for us. They're going to play bishop g2 and castle. Let's see. Knight f6 castles bishop c5. Yeah, I think we have some tricks there. Actually, hold on. Let me go here. If I castle and they take, I can't. Okay, so we have to deal with this now. Bishop there. Check. The queen takes. Oh, the queen takes. I'm going to have to go back and play that position, which is fine. That position's fine. That position's fine. I don't think knight c2 works because they're going to trade the queens. They're going to take my bishop. Even though I get a rook, they're going to play something like knight a3, trap my knight. They're going to get my knight. So they're actually going to get a bishop and a knight. And I'm going to get a rook and a pawn. And you guys remember, that's not a good trade. So don't do that. They play that instead. Okay, well now we can just castle. And go back. If they want to trade queens, fine. We'll play this endgame. They have more active pieces, more centralized pieces. They have control of the file. So I think it's good for us. Okay. Don't want to trade the queens. Interesting decision. Really interesting decision. Mm-hmm. I want to just have some options for my queen here. Also, I don't like this bishop hitting this, so I'm going to stop it because they're going to play f4 at some point. Go back. I'm still okay with the queen trade. What if the opponents are watching me? Yeah, that's a pretty good. There's a good chance that a lot of my opponents are watching, but there's a small delay, like a few seconds. So they're going to have to be waiting a few seconds every time to like actually hear what I'm saying. And it's just part of the deal. Just part of the deal for me. Ooh. 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 Guys, this looks really good. Really, really good. How are they going to stop this? They're not. So let's go here. Because if they try to get greedy, they lose immediately. I think we win. I did think we win. Oh, bishop f3. H3? There's no way in the world that I don't have a win here. I'm not buying it, guys. I'm not buying it. Oh. Check? I mean, okay, first things first. This... Oh, it doesn't actually trap the bishop because this knight is defending it. This has got to be winning, right? Check, they go here. I could also go check and check, but then they just run out here. Ah, we could attack the rook. Then it is pinned. That's pretty good. Then we can go here. Probably the best thing, right? So what did I just say? Check here, here. Okay. And if we go here first, threatening checkmate, they just take me and solve all their problems. So yeah, we have to do this. This must be the move. And I guess we go here. Seems like that must be the move next. If they take, oh, if they take, they just take me. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They just take me and I have to trade and then they're fine. They're okay. So let's not do. Let's play h5 instead. We're gonna keep this here. If they give it up, okay, then my pawn is doing a pretty nice job trapping the king. Otherwise, their bishop is awful. I'm trying to keep this. It's unfortunately that annoying knight defends the rook. Otherwise, we would be set, right? We would be set. They can't actually move this now. Yeah, they can move it here. They can move it here. I have to trade. The only good thing is their knight's going to be in the corner. She's going to take a couple moves, but somehow they got out of this mess, which is incredible to me. Yeah, that's what they play too. Absolutely incredible. Okay, well, sometimes these things happen, you know. We got to do the best we can with what we have. Try to get a win from a drawn position. Rook G1? Where was Rook G1? Right here? Oh, Rook G1. Oh, Rook G1. Oh, man. You're right, guys. Rook G1. Knew it. I knew we were winning. I didn't see Rook G1. Man. Well, got to put it behind us and play on. Let's see. Where do I want my knight? Maybe here? I'm going to play F5. They're going to play B3. Then I'm going to play F5, G6, run with my king here. Yeah, I totally missed Rook G1. I knew it had to be winning. Oh, one. Yeah, why didn't I do that? It's okay. Still have a solid position. This is still great. King's coming in this way, nice and easy. Let's just bring the king. Bring the king. If the knight goes here, the king comes up. I do have a threat, sort of. Maybe they go here, though. E5. I don't know what's happening. I think the most important thing is to get the king up here. Okay, so we're going to do this. Hit these guys. I have a random check, but that doesn't do anything. I'm going to... Oh. You want to go here. Didn't see that. You trade these pawns. I think that's a good trade for me. And this is weak. They move it, I go here. And it's easy for me to defend. It's not easy for them to defend theirs. So I'm going to threaten. Let's see. What am I threatening? They try to move here. We have a fork. So they're going to go for that option. I'm threatening B6. Oh yeah, B6 is trapping the knight. B6 is a big deal. See that? Okay, so they recognized it. Do I even bother taking that, or do I just get my king up here? Man, that is a tough one. Okay, let's take it. And now get the king up here, I think. Or play B5 first. Ugh. Let's stop them from going to E5. Let's stop them from going to E5. I am going to lose a pawn. Oops. I am going to lose a pawn. I'm going to get a pawn. I'm going to lose a pawn. I'm going to get a pawn. Endgames are complicated. Endgames are really complicated, guys. Okay. They're going to have these. I'm going to have these. I don't know who's going to win. I guess you would think it would still be a draw, probably. So they have the fork to win my pawn. But then if they take it, I have a fork to win their pawn. I do have the better king, so maybe that's enough for me. Interesting that they did it that way instead of the fork. If you wanted to take my pawn, wouldn't you force my king to move and then take it? Apparently not. I don't want to let them get this pawn for free, so I'm going to try to keep the king where I can defend that. If they want to save this, they have to push it. Then I attack it again. If they push it, I guess we take it. Okay, what's happening here? Trying to like think about where I'm going to get checked the least from the knight, but also stop these. Oh, they can just defend that way. Somehow I missed that detail. Somehow I completely missed that detail. Now I have this threat. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. If they go here, I have this fork. If they move their knight, I just take that. I don't have some crazy checkmate, right? No, it's just a check. Just some random checks. I still don't know if it's enough to win, though. Maybe. If we win this and we win these, then we're going to win. Okay, that's a good move. What do I do? That wasn't it, guys. That was not it. Yeah, now it's a draw for sure. Or maybe I even lose this. I don't know. What do I do? Yeah, I think I messed this up big time. Let's try not to lose. Let's just try not to lose at this point. I'm trying to just kind of plant my knight here, and then I think we're okay. As long as we can sack the knight for the pawn, it's a draw, so should be safe enough. Guess we could win on time. Okay. I think I'm happy I didn't lose that. But I should have won earlier with Rook G1. I just totally missed it. Okay. Okay, we got a brilliant move. Updated that. Let's see. Wow, look at that. That's probably the earlier, and then I had a win at the end too. Man. Okay, the first spike. Yep, it was right here. Rook G1 wins. I have no idea why I didn't think about that. I have no idea. Force the king away. Take a free pawn. I don't know where they're going to go. It doesn't really matter. We just take everything. Oh, dude. H5 was the second move, but not winning, obviously. And then we had a win somewhere later, right here. Did I not realize I could take the knight? Oh, because I thought they were going to go here. So in my mind, I was already like convinced I'm going to move my king. I'm going to go here. I'm going to take a pawn. And so when they went here, I didn't even like consider that I could just take it. That's just a winning endgame. That's just an obviously winning endgame. Look at this. His king is stuck. My king boxes him out. Wow. Wow. We both missed it. He missed it. I missed. Like, what in the world? And then I had to struggle through this endgame and almost lose. Wow. Guys, two chances. We had two chances against the 2460. And we missed them both. That is crazy. That is just crazy. All right. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to play F3, probably. The fact that he's thinking is a good sign. That means we caught him off guard with this one. That means we caught him off guard. Thanks, Waddy. I'll try. I'll try. Bishop b5. Okay, I'm pretty sure we just play c6 and take back. I don't think we want to overthink this moment. This is not the time to overthink. Okay, e6 should be good here. Bishop d6, c5. I think I'll go with bishop d6. I don't want this bishop getting control of this, so I'll take it first. And now I'll swing my queen out here. Yeah, this is good. Because now they have a problem with their bishops. They're going to trade probably. But if you trade, you also open up this on your king. They don't really want to trade. So queen d2. Queen f5. Bishop h4. Interesting. This doesn't look very good for them, guys. This does not look very good for white. They want to use the bishop. Okay, okay. Maybe it's acceptable. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I trust this. Okay, option. We have a couple of options. We obviously could take it. We could castle. We could play rook d8. I kind of like rook d8, but I also feel like maybe it's valuable. They could also just take back with the pawn, though, this way, and that's kind of annoying. Opens up the rook. Yeah, so maybe I do want to go with rook d8. Let's go with rook d8. I think my king's going to be safest right here. We have some attacking possibilities, though. We definitely have some attacking possibilities here. They have to be careful. They can't play 92 because I take and take, so they're going to try to deal with that. I could trade, mess up these pawns, and play that position, which honestly doesn't look too bad. Just trade everything and then jump my knight around. I am down a pawn. They have really bad pawn structure, so that's something to think about. They want to play knight d2. I could also just jump in right now. Grab the bishop pair. Maybe. Stops knight d2 because now we take it. They play rook e1. Like I said, we grab that. If they take here, I take. If they play rook e1, then we have knight g5, knight d2. Takes, take, da, da, da. We play a rook ending. Yeah, I think we could probably do that. Okay. Go. A draw is not awful. Draw gets us 1 point. We are playing with black. Probably going to take. I think I'm going to take with the rook. They're probably going to play rook e1. I think I'm going to go here. They're probably going to play knight d2. You know what? Oh, they played it right away. So they're willing to give me the bishop pair. Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to take it. Now, the other option is to go here. Just leave this tension. Go here. They have to play knight d2. And I could just leave that in castle and play like c5 or something. That's interesting. They're kind of tied up in that situation. You can't really move your pieces to get away from that. If you ever play h3, do I have the ability? Stack and maybe not. Oh, but we could take here. Although that's just a trade. Interesting. So if I want the bishops, I take it now. Bishop pair. Then I can't put more pressure on this square. Ooh, this is a tough decision, guys. Man. It's a really tough one. Okay, let's take the bishop pair. Let's take it. Let's castle. We need to try to open up the board some more here. The bishops can be effective. I'd like to play c5, but I'm afraid about knight e4. I guess we just drop back. Okay. We just drop back. He can't take us because of the pin. Still going to be able to trade. We have a nice open position for the bishops to work their magic. Yeah, this should be okay. We probably have enough compensation for the pawn, I would think. If I can ever figure out a way to get a rook here, that could be dangerous too. Oh, is he going to play rook e5? No, you can't play rook e5. I just take it. Also have Okay, now rook e5 is a problem. Do we have, let me think about this. At rook e5, we have to stop it. How do we stop it? What if we put our rook there? What if we put our rook there? This knight can't touch it. This knight can't touch it right away. This is defended. c4. c4 is a move. We could go here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, okay, let's do it. So the plan is to double up rooks here. And obviously avoid any forks from the knights. Or any other tactics that may pop up. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't realize the blunder thing was messed up. Oops. Okay. You know what? I just got a crazy idea. I just got a crazy idea, actually. Yeah, it doesn't work at the moment, but I was thinking, okay, I'll tell you what I was thinking something along the lines of queen check. Whoa. What is this? What is this? Can he get away with that? Are you serious? Okay, if I take this, he takes my queen. I take back, so I'm sacking a queen for a rook and a knight. He has to move his knight. If I take this, he takes my queen. Too bad I can't take with check, because that would be even better. It's not check, though, so he has time to save his rook. So takes. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, hold on. What if I sack first, then sack? If you take it, then I take you here. But then you take me. Nope, doesn't work, does it? Okay, I guess we got to take it. I didn't see what to do. And then my bishop's now hanging, so what do we do with that? I don't want to get forked, right? This is a fork too. Wow. This guy is picking me apart. Maybe I do have to take it. Maybe I just have to take it. Wow. I didn't actually see all that stuff. Okay. Wow. Well, well played to the opponent. That was very clever stuff. I still have some counterplay though. I have the rook here. One bishop, not as good as two bishops, but we'll use what we have, right? And I'm really down on time, so that's not good. I don't want to trade queens here. Mm-hmm. Let's try to create counterplay, otherwise I'm going to lose this endgame. I have to do something. Threatening here. They take, I take. And the back rank problems, guys. They're everywhere. I think we're losing on time and on the board. Why did he go there? Oh, maybe to stop f4 or something? I don't know. Okay, I'm threatening to take the pawn. Ooh. No! I'm pretty sure I'm lost. Just doing my best to try to hold on here, guys. Look at those fancy tactics. Look at those fancy tactics. Okay, they were super strong. You could just tell by that rookie 5 move. That was really good stuff. They had 3 brilliant moves. They had 3 brilliant moves. Wow. Okay, well, this was one of them. Interesting. I thought we got into a good position after this. I really felt like we were doing pretty well. The move was F5? Seriously? And F4? Just throw your F pawn for that was the plan? I mean, it makes sense, kind of. You want to trade here and open up this. Wow. But C5 was also pretty good. Again, the move is F5. Let him take this pawn and play F4. Oh, now the rook is hanging. Right. So they can't really take that. And if they do something else, you're still going to play F4. Just play F4, huh? And then attack it and try to checkmate him over here. Wow. Okay. So let's see this rookie 5 move. Was it the best move? Let's see. It was the second best move. Best move was B4. But it was a good move. And I just have to take. Yeah, I wasted too much time. And there was nothing there. Wow. Stockfish actually says I should have traded. Yeah, this felt too easy for them at the end. Man, okay. Okay, guys, we got to do better. We got to do better. 2,600. They joined in January? What does that mean? What does that mean? I just don't understand. You're a FIDE master, but you haven't ever played on chess.com until just this year? What have you been doing with your life? That's what I want to know. Maybe it's some kid. You know, they just became a FIDE master and they never played on chess. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what it means. Oh, they played on lead chess. Okay, that's probably the best guess. They played on lead chess. Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I got scared to play my gambit against the French, but I was afraid to play it. Instead, I'm doing this, which, what is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I'm going to put my bishop here. I'm going to castle. Let's just try to make good decisions from here on out. I'm not sure if I should trade this pawn or not. I think let's just go here for now. Let's stop those shenanigans. Let's stop those shenanigans right now. Hmm. Yeah, we'll castle. We have this weak square, but I don't see how they're going to make use of it. I mean, they could put a piece there. Yeah, they do. But what's the big deal? What is the big deal? I'm going to trade this now. Play A3 to stop any shenanigans here. Probably, let's see, bishop G5. Queen somewhere. Let's go bishop G5. If they play F6, I'll just go back. And I'll basically say, aha, I made you play a weakening move. Okay, aha. They could play G5, but I'm okay defending. Let's bring out the queen. Probably bring a rook over here. This is kind of a weak pawn, but I don't see how they can take advantage of that right now. I'm getting the vibe that they want to do something like this, but I don't know if they're going to do that. Nope, they castle. Okay. Okie dokie then. Let's go here and try to trade off this knight. Now we can actually play F3 or F4 ourselves if we want. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Although I say that, if they actually take that... Yeah, they could take it. I don't know. Defend the pawn? I realize I'm playing very... Oh, I'm going to resign next move, aren't I? I'm going to resign next move. I'm going to resign. Yep. Great. That's great. Uh-huh. Who is this? Who is this? Don't know. Don't know. Should have played my gambit. I wouldn't have lost that bad. Okay. It just must be some like kid, some FIDE master kid who's been hiding under a rock, never playing on chess.com, and then they decided to come out this year, 2026, and just take over the chess.com rapid rating ladder. That's what it is, I guess. I mean, I don't want to say anything. Guys, don't forget, sign up for the newsletter. It's like 2-minute lessons. It'll help you. They're not on YouTube. They're only in the newsletter. So check it out. Okay, here we go. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this one. No, F3. What just happened? How did I pre-move F3? What in the world? I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea. And just okay. Okay. So much for the we're going to play this is what I like to call a delayed King's Gambit. It's a new opening. It's never been played before at this top level. But rumor has it, psychologically, they just can't handle it. Okay? So, here we go. Bishop c4. Bishop c4. If they go here, I'm castling. I'm just telling you right now. I'm castling. Okay. They could have gotten a piece. They didn't want a piece. Their mistake, I guess. Let's castle anyway. You know what's interesting? I'll tell you something, guys. The free move that they got is a pawn on c5, which actually, if I'm being completely honest with you, sort of protects my king in some situations. So maybe it's not as bad as we all think it is. Yeah, maybe it's not. d3, d4. If I take, the queen comes out. If I play h4, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to play c3 and try to play d4 like this. I don't have anything to lose at this point. I pre-moved f3. I mean, come on. The d4. Now the pawn actually might be useful, but no, it's fine. It's pretty funny. It says Sicilian defense in the opening, but it looks like a King's Gambit. Every way you look at it, it looks like a King's Gambit. Probably have to push, right? Oh, he's going to take. Take. Actually, taking is risky because it opens up my queen here. So taking is risky. We have the e-file too, so this is where it's going to get a little complicated. If he tries to make use of this pin by taking here, I think we open up the queen first, and then we... What do we do? Oh, g4 is the move. What? Okay, so options are... What are my options? Wow. Options are... Bishop takes f4 and queen takes. Allow this. That doesn't look very good. I mean, I'm going to have to sack the piece, I think. That's how you have to play this position. Just a question of how. Probably going to go... Okay, so let's see. Knight c3, knight d5. The problem then is this queen is going to trade, which we cannot allow a queen trade. We'll probably have to go bishop f4. Go with the double piece sacrifice, the old Muzio Gambit style sacrifice, and see what we can do, right? You guys think that's the way to go? Check, takes. Because then if you do that, I play there. Yeah, that's the way. Let's go. Here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go crazy. I'll show you why I'm doing this. This is just like the double Muzio gambit in the King's Gambit. It's basically exactly the same idea. You give up 2 pieces and you try to attack this king. Now, the position is different because we started with the Sicilian and I played F3 and black is doing something, but the idea is the same. Did they just blunder? Queen H5? Wait a second. Queen H5, where do you move? You only have 3 options. King F8 must be bad. So King E7 or King E6 must be the move. King here must be bad. So this must be the move. So check here. Check. You take me. Check. You go here. Oh, he gets away. This check gets run into this. Oh, no, I have bishop e3. That's an amazing move. Okay, hold on. So we could go there. We could go there. Followed by bishop e3. We could definitely do that. If you go king here, bishop e3. This is crazy, guy. We got to decide which way to go. We got to decide which way to go. How do you stop that move if I go bishop there? Queen e6 or something? Knight f6, we take it. He's all jammed up. I think queen h5 is the move, but queen d5 is also very tempting, guys. They can't play knight here because of this crazy move. We block their check with the check of our own and we win the queen. That's absolutely insane. So they would, but they could just run here. That's what I think they get away if they can run over there and hide. I do have check here, but then this one again. No, again we have this. Nope, doesn't work. Yes, it does. It's pinned. Wow. Could do that, actually. They actually could do that. No, but it's not check, so they would just move. Yeah. No, we can't. I think we got to do this. No, what did I say? This. I think we got to do this. They do go king e7, right? So here threatens a fork, but the problem is the knight's moving, so I think we got to pin that. There's also this line, which is really tempting. It's just not good enough from what I can tell. There is a check here, but I don't think we need to do that. I think we just go for this. So we get this check solved. We pin it. We're also opening up our rook for the invasion on f7. Not to mention, we have knight c3, knight d5 maybe as well. This is the kind of chess that I like to play. We're down 2 pieces. Who cares? Who cares? You get checkmate, it doesn't matter how many pieces you're down. Don't forget that, guys. So this is the big threat where we win a piece. You try to stop it with your queen, you lose this knight. Then we're only down 1 piece. We still have a great attack. If you try to check me and take my bishop, I just take it. You can't do that. So what do you play? What do you play if you're black? Like, do you guys see any moves for black? I don't see anything. I would hate to have this position as black. I really would. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to do a little mini lesson on the Muzio, double Muzio gambit after this game because it's fascinating. It's really fascinating. F3 pre-move, no problem. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Hey, I might have to do this again sometime against the Sicilian if this works out for us. F3 E5. Let's go. King's Gambit time. Give you a free move. Whoa. That's a bold decision, isn't it? That's very bold of you. I'm going to take a piece. I see a piece, I take a piece. Okay. We could sack the rook if the queen takes... No, we're not sacking the rook. I think we're going to play knight c3. Look at that juicy, juicy fork on d5. That's an amazing fork on d5. Let's go. They still can't do this because our queen just takes. So this is now the big threat. And we're only down one piece. Not to mention, this guy is coming over here. Not to mention, black is still struggling. I think black's position just went from bad to worse. Look at this knight. Knight's about to be a hero. Oh my. Oh my. The F3 pre-move. Psychologically, I still don't know how I did that. How did I pre-move F3? How is that even possible? To play E4 and pre-move F3. Like your hand has to go up here, drop the pawn, somehow come back and go up all at the same, like without me realizing it. What in the world? Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, so actually our position after E5, somehow white has an advantage. And here, this is not an awful version of the King's Gambit, I don't think. Now, was I justified in my double Muzio Gambit shenanigans? Okay, so Stockfish says no, but it's not that bad, right? You sack two pieces, which is like 6 points of material, but Stockfish is like, well, it's only minus 1.8. That's a slight advantage. And I did find the best move, Queen H5 check here. Oh, they had to play Queen G6. They had to play Queen G6. Let me throw in this check. Block. And then I could go here to save the queen trade, and the game goes on, and it's still really wild. But that was the move they needed to find. This is what I was talking about, though. I was tempted to play here, because if they try to block with a check... Look at this, guys. Bishop E3. You block the check with the piece that can just be captured, because you're creating your own check that they have to deal with, and then you take their queen. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. There's these like double check, discover checks, all different. It's just wild. Okay, but I didn't do it. I did the best move, so that's good. Yeah, and then they blundered. Bishop E3. Take it, and we're just totally winning. Look at that. One blunder, and it's over. Fascinating. Now, I want to show you guys. So the reason that I even knew to do that, or even to try that, is because of this line in the King's Gambit. King's Gambit accepted. You bring out the knight. One of the main lines is G5. You bring out the bishop. They attack you, and you castle. This is called the Muzio Gambit. You give up this piece for free. Then you take with your queen. And then there's a line. I'm pretty sure, is it here? Let me see. I think it's like Queen F6. And then you take here. Yes. Double Muzio Gambit. And then you play D4. And the point is, you give up those two pieces, but you have this really powerful battery. And watch this. Bishop E3. It looks like you're blundering a piece. No, you're not. If they try to take you, look at that. It's pinned. Okay? It's pinned. So the best move for them is to just move their queen like back somewhere. Let's just say they go here. And then you can take it, or even just develop your knight. They don't want to take you because then Queen H5 check and you're going to be winning. So then they have to just develop, and the game goes on, but it's like you're down two pieces, but look at their king and look at all this attacking stuff, right? This is fascinating. So this is the double Muzio gambit, which I've seen this and studied it sometime, a little bit. So when they were attacking my knight, I was just thinking to myself, okay, rather than moving it, what if I do, some sort of double Muzio gambit? Now it's different. This is a different position because black has more pieces out. So in theory, you would think it would be better for black, but it's still very tricky and, obviously easy for black to make mistakes. So, wow. F3. Yeah, what a great move. What a great move, Nelson. Okay. You'll never be a GM, so who cares? Wow. I mean, I'm still having fun, even if I'm not a GM. Okay. Why was G4 a blunder? Why was G4 a blunder? What was the best response? Yeah, it's super complicated. I don't know, but I didn't want to get too far down the rabbit hole of all those lines. It's really complicated. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, 2468. Let's see what we can do. Everybody's afraid to play me after that Premove F3. What rating were we when we started this stream? Can someone confirm? Was it 2467 or it was 2460 something, right? Okay, here we go. Was tempted to play F3. Honestly, I was thinking about it, but we'll deal with the Smith-Morra Gambit. Okay. Let's play this line again and just not blunder the piece like last time. I played Queen A4. Maybe I'll just go Queen H4. I think this is what I was initially intending anyway. So I think this is fine. And let's just drop this guy back. There's also Knight A3, but I think this is fine. Okay. Just going to put it here. Yeah, this is actually interesting. Maybe this is one of the reasons why Queen A4 was a smarter decision. Okay, I should look at this afterwards. I play this enough that I should look at it because I don't know if I messed up here or not. Okay. Yeah, he's going to get bishop c6. Wow, interesting. Let's bring out my knight. Play knight f3. They have to trade off their bishop. Should be fine. Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to go here. If they really want to double up my pawns, they can, but they have to give up their bishop. So I think that's an okay trade. King's Gambit, Lopez variation. It's going to be a move. Yeah, F3. Okay, they castle. Wow. Oh, wow, wow. Not afraid, are they? What if I just go check? If I go check and they try to run, bishop f4 looks really good. So, actually, does it look really good? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Queen c6. We take. Do I like that position? 3-6, 3-6. Bishop pair. Not awful. I could also go there. Let's see. Bishop e3 here, and then we castle. No, my bishop's hanging. We don't want to do that. Yeah, let's play it. Let's play it. Ooh, I think I see a cool line here, guys. Dun dun dun. Takes, takes, takes. Go there. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Check it out. Bishop comes out with a check. Oh, this move I did not consider. I thought they were going to move their king. Okay, I guess we got to take it. This guy playing a bullet game? Did I join the wrong time control? Okay. So he's just going to sack the pawn to get... Yeah, that's actually smart. That's actually smart. Now it's a question of how do I get my king to safety? So we could trade and castle. Not exactly safe, but it's probably safe enough. Okay, let's trade. Let's castle. And I'm going to try to tuck my king. Whoa. I wasn't expecting him to take that. Because now I'm going to be the one who gets to attack here, I think. Okay, hold on. Bishop e4. Bishop. Where does the bishop need to go? I want to play rook b1. Bishop e4. The problem is after this trade, the rook's going to bother me. I guess I could take with the queen and duck the king in the corner. Maybe that's okay. Let's take here. Keeping the pressure here. Okay, I think that's a blunder. I think we caught him. I think it's a blunder. Let's see. I think rook b1. Does rook b1 win a queen? Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Rook b1. The point is if you move your queen, you get checkmated. If you don't move your queen, I'm going to take it. Not sure if they have some crazy move like knight g5. That's like the only move that's... Check. Yeah, check, we could just take it. Alternatively, I could just take this. Maybe it doesn't work. Knight g5 though, guys, right? Knight g5, I could take. Check. Just have a weird feeling about this. Check, check. I have a weird feeling about it. Unfortunately, I maybe have to take. This guy is playing with fire though, because that was super close to just losing. That was super close to just losing. If I take, what's happening? We're up some pawns. We do have this if they take here. No, I lose my queen. Lose my queen. I can't take that. Okay, probably have to play queen b3, but I have to be a little careful because queen e2, this would be checkmate, so I can go here, but I don't know if that's the queen b3, queen e2, king h1 check. I get mated. Queen e2, f4. Do I get mated? Yes, I do. Queen e2 is a problem. Queen e2 is a big problem. Let's see. Queen d5, queen e2, e5. So then we control the diagonal. That's honestly probably what I need to do. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Okay, this is important because when the rook comes over, I need to be able to not get checkmated by the queen. So that's why we have to have this controlled. Actually, really interesting position. If they try to come up, their back rank is weak. So that's just the same position. I probably will have to take a draw just because of the time situation. It's unfortunate, but otherwise they're going to flag us in a rook ending, right? Okay, that was such a weird game. That was such a weird game. Let's go see if they blundered. I bet they blundered something, and I probably just didn't see it. No? Wow. Okay. That was super strange. Anyway, so what is the best move here? What is Stockfish like? It likes queen e2. Queen a4, not as much. Queen h4 is okay. And against this, it says you have to keep the pin. So you stop the knight from coming in. You just stop the knight from coming in. Because once that knight comes in, I actually did have some problems. No, that being said, I played exactly what Stockfish... Wow, that is crazy. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they played a 92 accuracy game without even thinking. Like, that's pretty amazing. There's this line. Check this out, guys. I was hoping we were going to see this. Check. King a8. Bishop c7. Look at this. Look at this. They take me. I take on d8. They get a rook with check. I move my king. They can take another rook. Their queen is under attack by the rook, but I also have checkmate. The double rook sacrifice leads to a checkmate. That's what I was hoping we were going to see. That would have been really cool. But they played the best move, and then the best move. And the best move. I wonder if they did study this. Anyway. Let's see. Do I have time? Yeah, let's do one last game. Maybe. Okay, the chess we're playing the chess vacuum. Uh-oh, this is a coach. Chess vacuum. All right, let's play e5. d5. Ooh, what is this? Okay, they turned it into a center game. Very interesting. I know we can attack the queen. Yeah, queen e3. Okay. Center game is one of those openings. It's not like super great, but it's also, I think, a little tricky. So I want to be careful here. I do want to be careful here. Let's bring out a knight. That can't be too bad, right? I'm probably going to go with a check and then reroute the bishop back this way on c3. Okay, they just play that, so I'll just pin it. But you got to be careful with this one. I know this one can be a little dangerous, so let's try to be on our toes. If they try to push, we'll just take it because we have the pin. Once the king is out of there, that's a different story. Yeah, so now we have to be a little more careful, but I think rook e8 is good. We stop e5. We would just take it. Okay. So my plan is to play d5, taking advantage of the pin, which is probably what they're thinking about. Are they going to move the queen? Is it going to cost them a pawn? Are they going to try to do something else? Okay, f3. So d5, if the knight captures, we just take it. So that's not a big deal, which means this must be the best move. So let's do it. Okay. I'm wondering if I could do something like queen e7, because I want to get away from this rook if possible. Queen e7 would still keep our pin on the pawn. If they take... I guess that's okay for us. Now, queen here, I kind of like that. What's the alternative? Do we try to play like d4? I don't know. I feel like we want to take this because this is kind of a weak pawn, right? All right, let's play queen e7. I feel like it solves the main problem. Gets away from the rook. Keeps the pressure on this pawn. Here we just take with the knight, I believe. Because I don't want to get forked, right? I don't want to get forked, so take with the knight. Okay. So, nope. Nope. It's defended. Nope. They could push. That's one move. But it's still pinned, so I guess we could just grab a pawn and come back. Even better, maybe bring out another piece. I don't think they're going to do that. So what are they going to play? A3, chase me away. So let's say they do that. I go back. Still can't take this. Knight's on a pretty good square. So that's one thing that could happen. Then they could bring out their bishop, just try to defend. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do, right? Yeah, I guess we just go back. I don't know. Okay, so they push. So I did consider this, and I thought I had decided that bishop f5, although now I'm looking at it knight d4 as a move. Knight d4, you take. What if I just take it? You're going to get this. What if I play c6? You can't take me. They could come in here. Nope, I just take it, actually. So they would have to go back or counterattack. Let's say they go to d4. Then we take. I think we just come out up a clean pawn, right? Just up a clean pawn, yeah? I don't know if they're going to get fancy with some sort of queen move, but then we just take, they take, we take, they take. Actually, that's interesting. We could play a6 also, similar idea. Then if the trade happens, we actually open up the rook file, which is very nice. So maybe we do that instead. Well, basically, guys, I want to take the pawn, right? I want to just take a free pawn. But if I take it now, they trade and they get a pawn of their own, and it comes with an attack on my rook, and I'm losing time. What I'm trying to do is say, look, I'm not in a hurry. There's a pin. So I'll chase the knight away first. After the knight moves, then I will take the pawn, and there will be no knight c7. And if I didn't miscalculate, we go into maybe an endgame where I have 4 against 3. I have an extra pawn, and I should have a significant advantage. So, yeah, I was wondering if they were going to go for some of this craziness. All right. So, the idea is now this knight is hanging, right? So, we have to be a little bit cautious. There is this queen c5 move, which threatens checkmate. Okay, hold on. If we take this, first of all, they might take this knight. Queen, queen, take a pawn. I don't exactly know what's happening there. If they take my rook, what? Bishop f5? And I don't know what's going on. Okay, also queen c5 just threatens checkmate. Let's start there. How do you stop checkmate? Knight d4? Yeah, that's pretty easy. But then we could take this with the rook. And if I just take and allow this trade, not so bad either. Really interesting. Really interesting, actually. Queen c5 is I know what I want to play. I just something about it feels off. Something about it feels off. Putting myself into this pin, that's probably why it's feeling off. Okay. We probably should just take the pawn. Probably should take the pawn, make this trade before I run out of time. That's what we should do. Whoa. I guess we just do this, though. Alternatively, if I take and play bishop f5, we do have a nice attack there, but they can defend. Bishop d3. Okay. We'll take the pawn. I want to be up a pawn, so we'll take the pawn before we recapture. Mm-hmm. Want to go d4 and bring my knight in? Okay. Let's create the battery, first of all. I'm still thinking of this, but they might try to stop me, but then I could play queen c5. Can we win this endgame? Maybe? I want to put my knight right here. Obviously, I have to watch out for checkmate, but we could easily stop that with h6 or g6. Uh-huh. Which one? Probably h6. And now knight c5 or knight e5 is a pretty big threat. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think that does too much. Okay, let's go. So this is pretty dangerous because that bishop is kind of holding everything together here. We trade that off. All of a sudden, white's king is in trouble. And I have the added bonus if we do trade pieces in an endgame, I have the extra pawn, right? This is extra pawn. So oh, I have no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Man. I almost had a really cool idea. Okay. They're not going to trade queens. They're going to try to keep the queens on the board and flag me. So I'm just trying to open up my rook. Something like this is what I want to do. Queen e5 or queen over here maybe. Don't want to open up the files if we can help it. Absolutely do not want to do that. Don't want to open up the files. Queen e5, I'm thinking is next. Let's try to defend the pawn. I'm not really sure. I don't want to lose on time also, so I need to keep the speed up here. I'm going to take this pawn. Okay, let's trade if you want. Oh. Oh, man. That was terrible. Woo! What was happening? What was happening at the end? What? We're both about to get two queens? Like what is this? What, what kind of chess game is this, guy? Oh, man. Okay. That was close. That was very close. Oof. Yikes. All right. So center game, bishop b4, castles, rook e8. We played everything great. Yeah, we played it perfectly. a6 was the best move here. Wow, the best move is c5 in this position. I would never have considered that move. C5. No, it changed its mind. A6 is better. Okay. Yeah, so we are just winning. I should have played Queen F4 check to force the king over, then take on C2, because now if you take back, I come out with the bishop. What in the world? And then I take this with check, and then I pin you, and now I'm winning. Oh yeah, easy. Easy. All right, anyway. I'm more curious about this later stage. Stockfish would have actually played King H8. Interesting. So if you're wondering why I didn't take the free knight, it's because the bishop checks me and then the rook takes my queen, right? So thought we were going to lose when I blundered the bishop. I really did. I was doing great. And then I had to play rook g6 there. Oh my. Luckily for us, the pawns came through. The pawns came through in the end. They were just too strong. I guess I shouldn't have actually sacked that there. It didn't really accomplish anything for me. I should have just got the queen, but you know, when you have 10 seconds on the clock, sometimes you don't make the best decisions. All right, guys. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, there's a link in the description. I also pinned it. It's like 2-minute lessons. They're short. You can get a key takeaway in like less than 5 minutes. They're not on YouTube. And then Chess Vibes Academy is coming in April, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. Hope you guys have a good weekend. We are 24-74. We got a little bit closer tonight. So I think it was overall pretty good night. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. And stay sharp, play smart. Oh, before I go, sorry, last thing. I have one brilliant move that I did not show you guys. So this was an interesting game. This was from a blitz game, I think. So I want to show you guys a little bit ahead of time. So I'm playing this game, and I've got the dark squared bishop. He's got the light squared bishop. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you know, opposite color bishops, if you can generate an attack. Why is there a random arrow on the board? I don't know what's happening. Okay. So he goes here, and I played this move. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, yes, we're going to cut off the king, and then maybe do something, right? Rook comes down. I have to take it. I went back. I'm still thinking the same thing. He goes here. I had a better move than what I played, but I didn't see it. So I played this. We'll talk about it in just a second. He goes here. It's a blunder. Black to play. What's the move? There's a couple of good moves, but there's one move that's clearly better than the other moves. Okay, so we have the rook. If you're familiar with the basic ladder mate, we would need to get the queen here, and we would have the ladder mate. So the move is bishop f4 check. It doesn't matter if we lose the bishop. It's important that we put him in check so they don't have time to come up with a way to stop this. And when they take, checkmate. Okay? So that was it. Now, what did I miss? And by the way, you can move the bishop somewhere else. Like, for example, you could take this, but then they're going to play bishop g2. This is no longer checkmate. Now the king can run away. You actually don't win anymore. So the thing that I missed was that in this position, a move before I played queen f8, I could actually throw in the check now, because if they take it, look at this. I come in a different way with the queen. And we still get checkmate. Or checkmate. So I did not see that, but I did see this one and won the game. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you. See you next time. Thanks for watching. And we will get to the 2,500 one day, I think. All right.